Let's face it, work is a large part of your life. Why not choose a job that allows the opportunity of a fulfilling career working with people who appreciate you? St. Barnabas Health System is looking for extraordinary, service-minded people to join our team. Earn and learn with career opportunities on our clinical, housekeeping, and food service teams. For more information and to apply, visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-444-JOBS. Jobs that are apart from the ordinary. Find them at St. Barnabas Health System.
You're listening to 99.3 FM, presented by St. Barnabas, in addition to 1230 WBVP Beaver Falls. Welcome to the Best of Beaver County, presented by St. Barnabas, a weekly segment dedicated to putting the focus on the amazing things and the amazing people behind them in Beaver County. The Best of Beaver County is sponsored by and content is provided by St. Barnabas. The show airs every Thursday from 11 to 11:30 on WBVP, WMBA, 99.3 FM, and Facebook Live. Now, with no further ado, let's welcome host Mike Romai to introduce today's program.
Good morning and welcome to the Best of Beaver County on the St. Barnabas Radio Network. I'm Mike Romai, reminding you that since 1900 and counting, St. Barnabas has been caring for people in southwest Pennsylvania and now in Allegheny, Beaver, and Butler counties. A full continuum of care is offered to our residents and patients. Additionally, through our medical center, St. Barnabas provides a full dentistry, home health, and home care, hospice care, and palliative care. As a leader in the healthcare industry, St. Barnabas continues to be focused on the needs of our community and our residents now and in the future. The St. Barnabas system offers solutions to healthy living by providing residents, patients, and our communities with opportunities to enhance their daily lives. To that end, the intent of our radio show is to introduce you to successful people who are having a positive impact in the greater Pittsburgh communities. Each month, we will bring you topics of interest to enlighten, entertain, and educate you as we look forward to having insightful conversations benefiting you and your family's well-being. And I can't think of something that is shared so much with so many people in Beaver County as pizza. Pizza. People in Beaver County love pizza. Anthony Hall is our guest, and Anthony is here. He is the owner of Pappy J's Pizza in Monaca, but the big announcement is that for the folks in the Rochester area, the East Rochester area, Monaca, and all over, is that Mr. Hall is about to just reopen Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester. Anthony, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me, sir.
We so appreciate you coming on with us today.
Glad to be here.
The big announcement is that you're reopening Buzzy's Pizza. What did you know about Buzzy's Pizza that said to you, hey, this is a place that people really want to see come back?
Initially, I did not know a whole lot. Back in March, the Beaver County Times had a Pizza Madness competition, and reading the comments on the Times Facebook page, there was a lot of people that said that they wish Buzzy's was around or they wish Buzzy's would open back up. And I got to doing some research, drove by the building, seen the for sale, for rent sign, and got a hold of Buzzy and Tina, his wife. And they've been great to work with ever since.
Yeah. So we'll get to that, but let's find out a little bit about Anthony Hall, because you started out as a plumber. How do you go from being a plumber to being a pizza guy?
So, well, before I was a plumber, I cooked in a few different restaurants, and then plumbing ended up being my call, and the opportunity for Pappy J's came up, and me and my fiance took it, never looked back, and then it couldn't focus too much on plumbing while you're trying to build that business, and we just went all in with it.
Pappy J's, it's up on Marshall Road in Monaca?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you bought that about a year ago or so?
July 14th of last year.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. And you cooked in other restaurants, you said, but did you ever own your own business prior to plumbing and all that?
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. First time.
Yeah, I'm not a police officer. You don't have to call me sir. This isn't an interrogation. I know you're a little bit nervous about all this,
Very.
but that's all right. Just relax, because pizza's relaxing, and it's good, and it calms our nerves. And so, were you a big pizza eater prior to buying a pizza shop?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I love pizza. Sicilian in Rhode Island, where I'm from, they have what's called party pizza, and it's a longer slice of Sicilian pizza and a little bit thinner, just red sauce, and I just love food in general.
Well, tell us about that, because we can eat regular pizza, square pizza, thin cut pizza, Sicilian pizza. What's the difference in all that?
So the Sicilian pizza is a square, thicker crust. If you have your thin crust pizza, it's normally just a hand tossed. A lot of it depends on the recipe and the dough.
Yeah.
Flavor of it. And
So when you take over when you first bought Pappy J's, and now you're buying Buzzies, is it something that the recipes, the dough, the tossing the dough, is it something you bring with you, or do you just incorporate their recipes?
I use their recipes. The round pizza we bring with us, but the Sicilian pizza from Buzzies and Pappy J's, we used their recipes, keep it as original as possible.
And is that because people are used to it? We're creatures of habit, especially here in Beaver County.
Yeah, yes. With Buzzies, they were a staple of Rochester for years, decades. And with Pappy J's, they were a staple up there in the Monaca Heights, and we just want to bring those back to the community.
So you don't want to fix something that's not broken. People come to a particular place. They come to Buzzies or they come to Pappy J's, and they expect a certain taste.
Yes.
They expect a certain crust, and the way they like the crust and the sauce and how much cheese you put on it.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So, and in terms of all that, has it been a learning curve for you
Yes.
in both places? I mean, Buzzies, how long ago did you buy that Buzzies pizza? And
was about
when you
a month
started?
and a half.
A month and a half. You started talking to the folks that owned Buzzies Pizza.
Started talking to them about 3 or 4 months ago,
Okay.
and then acquired it about a month and a half
Mm-hmm.
ago.
And this is on Brighton Road in Rochester?
Brighton Ave.
Brighton Avenue in Rochester. Many people are familiar with it over the years. And when you sat down to talk to them about it, did you know? I know you said you heard about it and you read about it in the newspaper, but did you know about the family history and all that kind of stuff?
I did not. They've taught me about their history, their traditions. We plan on sticking to every tradition that they have, from the free onions to the giving out free slices to children on Halloween.
Is that right?
Yep, we plan on sticking with every tradition that they have.
I've seen the Pappy J's Facebook page, and so I know that you make a lot of pizzas, especially on Friday nights around these parts.
Yes, a lot.
You're more or less in the Central Valley School District.
Yes.
So folks from Monaca and Center are looking to get something fast and good on a Friday night before they go to the game.
Yes, sir. And depending on what game you're going to, if it's local, the concession stand will have it too.
Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, great. That's a big boom, though. A boon as far as getting your product familiar with the community.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you sell it in the concession stands at Central Valley.
Yes. For the Little Warriors, I believe the middle school recently started and the high school recently started.
Okay. So, you have a background in restaurants, you have a background in plumbing, but you settled on pizzas.
Yes.
Why is that?
It gives you a different feeling when you know someone enjoys something that you made, whether from the salads to the sandwiches to the pizza.
Yeah.
Someone enjoys it, it makes you feel really good about yourself. And
Yeah. So, and we were talking before we went on the air and talking about Buzzies, and it doesn't have much of an area where you go in and sit down, right?
yes.
So a lot of it is going to be takeout.
Yes, for the most part. By the windows that are kind of facing the roundabout, I'm gonna put a bar top there that you'll be able to sit 6 or 7 to sit down, look out the window, and eat some food.
Yeah.
That'll come probably in
Right.
a couple
Yeah, I
months.
mean, this is happening so quickly, and you're going to have the grand opening on Sunday.
Yes.
How do you do that?
A lot of work, a lot of stress, and a thin hairline. That's
All right, well that's okay, but you're confident you're going to pull it off.
yes.
You have a
yes.
fiance, Bree,
Yes.
who helps you out on all this stuff. Huh?
She is my rock.
Is she?
I don't know what I would do without her.
Tell us a little bit about it, your relationship.
So me and her have been together for 6+ years. I'm not going to say the exact amount because the guys are always wrong when it comes to that.
Exactly. I won't pin you down to a date when it all began.
We have 3 girls, and we fostered 2 kids,
Wow.
2
Wonderful.
children. They're actually her niece and nephew.
Okay.
But she's been my rock ever since I met her. You know, she good personality. She is just as passionate about this as I am. We work great as a team.
Well, you got a lot of mouths to feed, though.
Ain't that the truth?
And so
Make a lot of pizza for
Is
them,
it all
too.
hands-on in the restaurants?
At Pappy J's, it's a family operated.
Yeah.
She's been there a lot more than I have recently. She runs Pappy J's now. I'm going to be running Buzzy's.
Over in Rochester?
Yes.
Yeah.
She does probably 12+ hours a day there at Pappy J's to make sure everything goes smoothly.
Yeah. And it's takeout and delivery?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So that takes a lot as well because you got, if you're in Rochester, you got a lot of places you got to deliver to over there, up on Monaca Heights and all those areas.
Yeah, we at Pappy J's, she covers out to Freedom, going to Brighton. She covers a nice range.
Yeah. Do you need employees? Are you looking for employees?
There might help some.
Yeah.
Might help some.
Yeah, drivers and stuff like that.
Yeah. Everyone's always welcome to apply. We're always looking for people there and at Buzzy's still.
Yeah, and so as far as the Buzzy's location is concerned, tell us about the former owners of it, because I know it wasn't that long ago that they closed their doors.
Yes, I believe they closed in 2021. I want to say.
COVID.
Yes.
A lot of restaurants had a hard time during the pandemic.
Yeah. They had a rough time, and Tina and Buzz, they're amazing people. They've been yesterday came in, showed us the recipe and walked us through step by step.
Yeah, look at that.
On doing it.
Hey, Eddie. Yeah, so you're doing it. Yeah.
Yep, we made the first batch yesterday, and they've been there. Any questions I have, they'll come by or they'll answer the phone. They're truly amazing people.
Yeah. And what about the community? Rochester Borough, the elected officials and everybody like that. I'm sure they're happy to have a new business in town.
Very, very. I actually had, me and my store manager had to attend a board meeting to get permission to shut down the road, and everyone on the board was excited about Buzzy's coming back. And
yeah, that's interesting. Talk about the grand opening, if you will, because you're talking about you had to go to them to say, we want to close down this road. What are you expecting to happen?
So we're going to have 30+ vendors there. There will be a DJ. You guys will be there from 2 to 4.
Right.
We're going to have Chinese auction, 50/50, Steelers autograph memorabilia for auction. I believe it's going to be a big turnout.
30 vendors. Who is going to be there? What kind of vendors are going to be there?
Trisha's Truffles, Stacy Young's Cheesecakes, Vinyls by B. There's a wide variety, a lot of desserts, crafts.
How do you pull all this together in such little time?
You put posts on Facebook,
Oh,
and
is that right?
the word
Say,
gets
we're looking
out.
for
and-
vendors.
Yep. It's seriously gluten-free from the mall is going to be there.
Oh, okay.
A lot of local places will be there.
Yeah, but Buzzy's Pizza is the main attraction.
Absolutely.
Okay. And the Steelers don't play Sunday, so
They play
that helps you
Monday.
out as well.
Yeah.
So you're not competing with the Steelers and the Browns.
Yes.
Yeah, very good. Nice planning as far as that's concerned.
Just honestly happened to fall that way, luckily.
that right?
Yeah. We were going to do the re-grand opening on Saturday, but Pappy J's has an event on Saturday, so we weren't able to do it then, and it was a vendor event, so some of the vendors would have been at a different event instead of attending the Buzzies.
Sounds like the next thing that you're looking towards would be a food truck, unless you already have one.
No, we do not have one. That one, a bit further down the road.
Okay, getting established on the ground first.
Yes. Yep.
And I'm sure the people of Rochester are really excited
Yes.
to have it back.
While we're there, we have the front door open usually while we're working on it and cleaning it. And there's been a lot of people that come in thinking we're open, but we have to turn them away because
sorry. Are you cooking the sauce yet?
Not yet.
Are you making your own crusts?
Yes.
Yeah. You spin. You flip. What is it called? You tossing the pizza.
Yeah. Hand tossed pizza. Fresh. Yeah. Everything's fresh.
Can we go past the window and see you tossing the pizza?
You will be able to once we're open, yes.
Now, was that a learned art? Is that something that you learned over the years and had to perfect it?
Yes, it's still not perfected. It takes. I mess up. Everyone messes up.
All right, and we're going to find out how you got here from Rhode Island and what made you want to stay in Beaver County. It's the Best of Beaver County radio show. Our guest is Anthony Hall. He's the owner of Pappy J's in Monaca and the new owner of Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester, having their grand opening on Sunday of this week, Sunday the 17th. We'll continue our conversation on the Best of Beaver County.
Let's face it, work is a large part of your life. Why not choose a job that allows the opportunity of a fulfilling career working with people who appreciate you? St. Barnabas Health System is looking for extraordinary, service-minded people to join our team. Earn and learn with career opportunities on our clinical, housekeeping, and food service teams. For more information and to apply, visit stbarnabashealthsystem.com or call 724-444-JOBS. Jobs that are apart from the ordinary. Find them at St. Barnabas Health System.
Come out this Sunday, September 17th, to Buzzy's Pizza Grand Opening Extravaganza in Rochester for a live broadcast and all-day fun from 2 until 10 p.m. Buzzy's Pizza and WBVP will be teaming up for a live broadcast from 2 until 4 p.m., so stop out. There will be over 20 craft, art, and dessert vendors on Brighton Avenue to West Washington Street. There will be a raffle with autographed Steelers items and custom cornhole boards. It's a live broadcast plus vendors and raffles at the grand opening of Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester. See you at 2 p.m. on Sunday.
It's the Best of Beaver County radio show on the St. Barnabas Radio Network. Our guest is Anthony Hall. Anthony is the new owner of Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester. He owns the Pappy J's restaurant, the pizzeria in Monaca up on Marshall Road, and he's expanding his business and has gotten the blessing or the approval from Buzzy and his wife, right,
Yes.
to take
Tina.
over the business.
Yes, Buzzy and Tina. They're excited about it. We're excited about it.
Yeah.
It's they're actually going to be there on the Sunday for the event. Just talking to people and
Yeah. Aside from the article that you saw in the Times, did you know what their pizza tasted like? Were you familiar with it at all?
I did not. I rarely, really, honestly, ever went through Rochester unless it was
Right.
to go to Beaver
Sure.
or some other way. So I really had no idea.
Okay.
But after yesterday, I can tell you I missed out. Very much missed out.
Yeah, and Rochester is one of our river towns that continues to thrive. It survived the lean years around here and is now on the way back. You got the Beaver County Transit Authority right there. People, that was perfect, right?
Yeah.
Because I didn't even think about this, but you're changing buses in Rochester there at their hub, and you got to wait for the next bus. You might as well grab a piece of pizza.
Absolutely. And for those people in particular, we're going to have an option on the counter. There will be 6 large pizzas made there, different types, and they'll be about 75% cooked already. And they can come in, pick out what they
Grab
would
a
like,
slice.
and I'll throw it in the oven for a minute or two, warm it back up for them. They can hop on the bus and go about their way.
Can you get pizza by the slice?
Absolutely.
You don't have to buy the whole pie?
Nope.
Okay. What are you have so many different pizzas out there. What are some of the different toppings you put on them?
So for round pizza, we're going to do a chicken cordon bleu. So it'll be a Alfredo sauce, chicken, ham. We're going to have a mini meatball pizza.
Okay.
Just
Here's the
variety.
thing, because most pizza aficionados, and I said this on the air this morning, I can eat pizza any time of the day. I can eat it hot, I can eat it cold, I can eat it for breakfast. I have, and will continue to do so. But everybody has their favorite topping. It can be anchovies, it could be hot peppers, it can be ring peppers, it can be pepperoni, extra cheese, whatever you want. What makes yours so distinctive? And did you have to come up with some different toppings?
So because Buzzies and Pappy J's are kind of closer together, I'm making the specialty pizzas a tad bit different than what they are at Pappy J's, because last thing you want to do is honestly compete with yourself. That would make no sense.
Yeah, right.
So we're at Buzzies, we're going to offer more of a gourmet-ish style of pizza.
Yeah.
By the slice and different specialties. Topping wise, where we stand out is quality.
Yeah. Well, you said chicken cordon bleu. That's a specialty topping, right?
Yes.
And so people like that. Some people like vegetable pizzas,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And you had first mentioned when you were talking about Pappy J's, the sauce. Is it all in the sauce, or
All
is
about
it
the sauce.
all in the crust,
It's,
in the dough?
if I had to personally choose, I would say it's the sauce. Up at Pappy J's, the wife, she's the boss of the sauce.
Okay.
At Buzzies, that would be something that I have to handle, but at Pappy J's, she's the boss.
Yeah. Some people use a little more sugar. Some people use a little more paprika or something in there. Some people like it
Salt,
spicier,
sugar,
huh?
Parsley, but whatever they use to their liking.
Yeah. And as you say, you could buy by the slice, but sliced pieces, Sicilian pizza, you're going to get a piece of pizza, not a slice of pizza. I'm just talking about the verbiage involved with it all.
To me, it's all slices.
It's all slices.
All
Okay.
slices. So the Sicilian pizza, you can get 2 to 24 to 80 if you wanted. The round pizza, it's thinner. You can get that by the slice as well. It'll be offered on the counter there.
Anthony Hall is our guest. He is the owner of Pappy J's in Monaca and the new owner of Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester, and they're having a grand opening on Sunday. And you were invited to attend. 30 vendors, more than 30 vendors going to be there. DJ playing music and pizza. Are you the sole cook? Are you the guy making the pizzas and cooking the pizzas?
No,
'Cause
I
you're gonna
don't
be
think
pretty
it would
busy.
go. I don't think that would go well that
Yeah.
day in particular. We have 14 staff, and then an additional 3 coming from Pappy J's to help out. Bree will be there. Tina is actually bringing in one of the original employees there, one of her go-to employees, to come in and help as well.
Okay. Is it tough to be an entrepreneur today?
Yes, yes. It's tough to go all in without the fear of failing. But you kind of just
The
have to go.
fear's always got to be there, though.
It is.
I mean, you said it was about 14 months ago you took over Pappy J's.
Yes.
But Pappy J's, we're still in pandemic mode at that time, COVID and all that. That has got to be a tough decision. I mean, you're sitting around the table with Bree and you're thinking, we can do this. I know we can do this, but how are you going to attract customers where people are still wearing masks and afraid to come out in public?
It was a very tough decision, but it was an opportunity that you may not get again. And we just went for it. You know, we talked it over, went for it. That's the best advice that I can give anyone that wants to get into something. Just
don't look
do
back.
It. Yeah, just keep looking forward. There's nothing for you behind you.
And have you been satisfied with the success so far?
Very. Pappy J's is did a 180 from what it was. It's done very well.
Yeah.
The community has been very welcoming and very supportive.
And that's up on Marshall Road. So if I'm going to Allaire Park, or it's Aniline Park, right?
Yes.
Do you ever get any business from the Aniline family up there?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, I bet.
The Valley holds like the PTA meetings out that way. Softball
Yeah.
out that way.
And when they have baseball games up there in the fields, are you in the concession stands there too?
The people that run the concession stands sell the pizza. They buy the pizza off us. And
so we need to get the word out to Tracy Annaline Patton. Tell her to start to order some pizzas from Pappy J's up there.
that would be great.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. Now, do you come from a family of cooks, of restaurateurs?
My mom went to culinary arts school in Rhode Island. My father was full-blooded Italian. So between
So your
them
dad
both,
does the cooking, did the cooking in the kitchen?
it was a toss-up.
Okay, all right. Because I know a lot of Italian guys. I got Italian in my blood, and in fact, my mother came from Monaca. So but I know a lot of guys, a lot of Italian guys especially. They like to do the grocery shopping. They like to do they're doing the gardens in the backyard, and they're cooking in the kitchen. If that sauce doesn't smell well, they're going to know about it.
Yeah. Well, if my father did the grocery shopping and my mom did not like the specific tomatoes he picked out, there was a problem.
Yeah.
There was a big problem. So she did most of the cooking.
So it's kind of a family tradition.
Yes.
Okay. How did you get here from Rhode Island?
So my sister Marie used to date a truck driver, and this is where he was from Ambridge. He lived in Ambridge.
Oh, okay.
And she moved out this way with him, and my mother and I came up to visit when I was 16, and we thought we needed a change out of Rhode Island, and we moved to Ambridge by the time I was 17.
There's, as far as environment is concerned, maybe a little bit of a difference between Beaver County and Rhode Island.
Yeah, a little bit. The winter time in Rhode Island is a lot worse.
Yeah.
A lot worse. A lot more rain,
Yeah.
and the humidity is a lot
Okay.
of the ocean.
Yeah. Coming in, and the winter weather pulls in off of there as well.
Oh, yeah.
I think some of those folks might be watching out for this Hurricane Lee that may be hitting the coast and the Cape and all that stuff up in that area.
I have not heard that one.
No, you haven't heard that yet. Okay, but I think it's going in that direction.
I have to look at it.
Yeah, very good. So they might need some pizzas delivered up there if their power goes out.
We'll freeze them and ship them.
Yeah, very good. What else can you tell us about yourself, about the family, Ambridge to Monaca? When you first came to Ambridge, what were your thoughts?
My thoughts were I was very nervous to get out the vehicle. I sat in my mom's vehicle after we arrived for 6 hours.
Did they tell you that
Because
Eddie
it was-
Crow lived in Ambridge? Is that why?
I think so.
Yeah.
But it was just different surroundings.
different,
Yeah, I was nervous.
yeah.
I was young.
Rhode Island, the area that you came from in Rhode Island, was it factory, as factory intensive as Beaver County has been over the years?
No, my family grew up in public housing.
Okay.
So it was the heart of Providence, Rhode Island, off the main drag there.
Yeah.
But to me, Rhode Island was always overpopulated for the size of the state
Okay.
it is.
So from public housing to being a successful entrepreneur, got to be proud of yourself. Your family's got to be proud of you for that.
I'm very proud. I know my mom and my dad would be proud too.
Yeah.
And my sister tells me she's proud. My brother tells me. It proves that if you never give up and you keep going, you can make it somewhere.
Yeah. Wow. Certainly a success story. And that's what we like to focus here on the Best of Beaver County. And we're talking with Anthony Hall, who owns Pappy J's on Marshall Avenue and Marshall Road in Monaca, and the new owner of Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester, the grand opening. Now, if I'm traveling into Rochester today, whether I'm on Adams Street or Brighton, will I be able to smell sauce? Are you cooking that sauce today? Are you still...
The sauce is starting tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Okay. Today you will smell the dough.
The dough.
Yep.
Okay.
I guarantee you will smell it at least a block away.
Okay. And with your experience in the pizza business, have you noticed there's a favorite topping in Beaver County that people like?
Mushrooms.
No kidding.
Mushrooms at Pappy J's has been the favorite topping.
Wow.
Mushrooms and pepperoni.
Pepperoni I would go for, but mushrooms, I'm surprised. Anchovies, not so much?
At Pappy J's, we don't carry anchovies.
No.
At Buzzy's, we
That's a good thing. It would
probably
just ruin the pizza
won't
anyway.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Not a huge fan of that.
They like a lot of cheese in these parts, right?
Absolutely.
If you scrimp on the cheese, they're going to tell you about it. Put some more cheese on there.
You skimp on any topping, they're going to tell you about it.
And as far as hot peppers and things like that, that's all part of it as well.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Hot peppers, I would say, is in the top 5.
So what time does this whole event take place on Sunday?
So Sunday, the vendors will start setting up at noon. And then the ribbon cutting will happen at 2, followed by a national anthem. And then
Awesome. And pizza.
Yep, madness will break out.
Yeah, okay. Anthony Hall, congratulations, and thank you for coming in.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
The brand new Buzzy's Pizza in Rochester, the place you know and love, the pizza you've loved for years, coming back thanks to Anthony Hall of Pappy J's in Monaca. It's the Best of Beaver County radio show on the St. Barnabas Network. I'm Mike Romai. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for listening to the Best of Beaver County.